Thank you, Michael. It's so great to have you here. What a wonderful beginning. Wow. So, love is a stimulus, is what I'm speaking on today. It's the third of our five, four-part series on The Alchemist. And The Alchemist, of course, is an allegory. It's a story that can be used as a spiritual um, tool to help us remember who it is that we are and what we're doing here. And of course, the story, he's after a treasure. He knows he's going to get this treasure. Don't you know that you're after a treasure? Same thing, you're after a treasure. Someone that you trust within you has told you there's a treasure just for you. And so, but meanwhile, he's a young man. They call him a boy, but he's really a young man. He's a shepherd. And he's been thinking about the girl that he was in his village. And then he gets to the oasis and he sees the woman. He sees this young woman, and this is what it says in The Alchemist. At that moment, it seemed to him that time stood still and the soul of the world surged through him. When he looked into her dark eyes and saw that her lips were poised between a laugh and silence, he learned the most important part of the language that all the world spoke, the language that everyone on earth was capable of understanding in their heart. It was love, something older than humanity, more ancient than the desert, something that exerted the same force whenever two pairs of eyes met, as had theirs here at the well. She smiled, and it was an omen he had been awaiting without even knowing he was for all his life. There is only that moment and the incredible certainty that everything under the sun has been written by one hand only. It is the hand that evokes love and creates a twin soul for every person in the world. Love. He was smitten by love. And I'd say that, yes, that's a very romantic idea of love. And I'm for romance. In fact, I've been for it many times. I am for it. But what I do not believe that there's only one. But I do believe that when we are in sync with someone, there is a vibration of love. So I'm disagreeing. There's not only one twin. There's probably potentially thousands. But if we are blessed, we meet one, maybe two. Then we meet the friends that are also sympathetic with us, that are vibrating at the same level that we're vibrating. And life is flowing. Okay, so love. And what he realized about this woman, this desert woman, is that he said, I could stay forever at the oasis, but he hasn't found the treasure yet. He hasn't been to the pyramids yet. He's still on his journey. And what he realizes, and what is true about someone who really loves you, is that she would want him to do what he is meant to do. She wouldn't want him to stop his adventure, his journey, his search to be with her. In fact, he wouldn't value that. She wouldn't value that at all if he stopped his adventure, and he knows this. And she supports him in going, though, they've just met. So love, that thing, Ernest Holmes says, that thing whose cosmic sweep is irresistible. Irresistible. What is God's nature? It is love is God's nature. And where is God? Everywhere present. So right where you are, right in you, as you, love is. You already are the love that you are seeking, if you're seeking it. The poet Rumi says, the moment I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was, for lovers are in each other all along. Another very romantic, poetic idea. But the truth is that when we awaken to the truth of our being, when we really wake up to that thing itself that is love in us, then we can't help ourselves but being that love, giving that love, sharing that love. And the entire universe is, as he says in the Alchemist, the entire universe conspires to bring us our good, to bring us our dream, conspires to bring us our love, to send it back to us. But first, we need to give it. First, we need to give it. We need to, Ernest Holmes says, if you want a friend, be one. And the first thing you ought to do is pour out the love to the whole world. Pour it out to the whole world. And by right of consciousness, it must return to you in the exact nature that you are. In the exact nature that you are. There are never any wrong people in your life. Everyone's there by divine appointment to bless you, either on your journey, like the first woman, so he had a little interest, or as his true love. Everyone is there to bless you on your journey. So I want to talk a little bit about what stops us from having those love relationships the way we envision them. Well, I'll tell you something. The only person that's stopping any love relationship or any prosperity relationship or any health relationship is the person that's looking at me. It's you, it's me. The only one that can change my life is me. The only one that can change your life is you. So if we want a greater experience of connection, of community, of love, then we're the ones that need to be doing it. We're the ones that need to be stepping into a greater yes, a greater hello, a greater givingness of spirit, as Ernest Holmes says. And I'd say that there are several ways that we can activate this love. The first, of course, is to love God with all your heart and all your mind and all your soul. The first is to love God first. And when you remember God's name is I am that I am, when you remember that God's name is I am that I am, then you realize how sacred and holy any description of yourself becomes. I am. I am love. Let's say that together. I am love. Say it again. Yeah, you are. I am. Anything that comes after those holy words, I am. But one of the things that happens for us is that we stop being kind to the sacred self within us, and we put horrible words after the sacred I am. We put critical words, which summarized are not good enough, not smart enough, not pretty enough, not beautiful enough, not rich enough, not young enough. Whatever critical words we put after, and they're all lies, because just ask yourself, could any of those things be true of the one life that's God's life? You know the answer is no, it couldn't be true. God is beauty and grace, joy. It is harmony and creativity. So it isn't any of the insufficiencies that we sometimes say about ourselves or criticisms, but rather it's this magnificent all-knowingness that's our true nature, the real me, the real I am, is the real I am within you. And it's pure beauty. It's pure grace. It's infinite intelligence. It's all. So I came across a story that, so first of all, watch your language. What are you putting after your I am? And if there's a place that you are judging yourself, start the forgiveness process right now. Because while you hold anything against anyone, including yourself, the God of love cannot hear your prayer. So no matter how skilled you are at praying, the God of love cannot hear the prayer of the one who fails to love. Page 298 of the textbook. My favorite quote. Okay, so love yourself, forgive yourself. Forgive any other person that has ever injured you in any way, because every single one of them has brought a gift that can help you know yourself and love yourself better. You know, I was thinking about geese. When I was growing up in Saskatchewan, the flight of geese coming back south meant it was autumn. And it was always kind of a nostalgic time for me, that V and the bright blue sky way, way up there. But the geese have so much to teach us. And one of the things that they teach us is about teamwork. Now, I know that this is true because I've read it many times. I've never raised geese. And my sister says they're messy and you don't really want them around, but they look very beautiful flying in that big V up there in the sky. Okay, so what I know about geese is if when they're flying in formation and one is injured or tired and it comes down to the ground, two others go back with it and stay with it until it either gets well or it passes, and then they fly and join either their flock or another flock. But I read something that I thought was so this flock of geese landed in a pond. They were on their way. I don't know whether it was north or south, but they were on their way somewhere. And one of the geese had his wings clipped by a gardener, an unconscious gardener, not one that knows our oneness. Anyway, so when the geese gathered up to fly away, they could see that this geese, and they honked because they honk encouragement. He tried to get up, but he couldn't fly because his wings were clipped. The whole flock came back. The whole flock stayed with that goose until his wing feathers grew and he could fly and join the flock. Isn't that an amazing, true story? Beautiful story. A story of love, right? Because not only do we have romantic love of another being, our significant other, but we have love of one another and of our community. And if one is injured, we stay with the one that's injured until that one can fly. I just love that story. And I heard another true story at the Women's Journey Conference. I meant to tell you this story last week, but I guess it was really better for this. One of the things that really touched my heart deeply was 3 women comedians were doing their sticks, their comic sticks about cancer, about their surviving cancer. And it was funny, it was hilariously funny, and it was also poignant because this wasn't a made-up comedy routine. These were their lives. And the one that touched me the most, her name is Suzanne Wong. Suzanne Wong had stage 4 metastasized breast cancer 6 years ago. She's perfectly cancer-free now. But 6 years ago, when she went to the doctor told her, you are very sick. You have 6 months or less to live. You've got stage 4 cancer, and she's a comedian. She said, well, isn't it good that I didn't have stage 5? Young lady, didn't you understand? Stage 4 is the worst it could be. And she said, but I'm a comedian. If I don't laugh, I'll cry. Better to laugh. So she said that what she learned from her experience, everything in her life changed. Everything in her life, she changed. She changed how she ate. She changed how she thought. She changed her experience of being a friend. She said the gift that she received was that by allowing her friends to give to her, she realized what an important part of friendship she had been cutting herself off from. Because like many strong people, she was very good at giving, but not so good at receiving. And you see, you need both. The law of circulation is you need both giving and receiving in order to have a whole. In order to have a whole friendship, You have to both give and receive. You can't just be the giver all the time. You have to also open to receiving. So the stimulus of love opens you to be a better receiver as well as a better giver. It opens you to be that one that keeps the community intact. It opens you to saying yes to that true love when it comes to you. And then to say yes again when it comes again. I know many of us have been married more than once. And so does that mean, does that end of the one time mean that that's all there is? The universe is now out of love for us? Absolutely not. How could it be out of love if this principle is infinite and eternal? It's infinite and eternal, and it's ageless. It doesn't know you as an age, as a number. It just knows you as it knows itself. Pure love, pure givingness of spirit. This thing itself, whose sweet is irresistible. So, how do you give it away? Start with a smile. Start by realizing that everywhere you are, the people that are there with you are exactly the same as you inside. They may be a different age. They may be a different gender. They may be a different culture. They may look completely different, but every single human being has characteristics inside that are just like you. So open up your heart. Let that love in. Let it be who you are, where you are. My condo is up for sale, and it's being shown today. So prayers are gladly welcomed. I want it sold quickly, and so the woman who called, the realtor who called, said, "You must be the best tenant in the world." Because I said, "Sure, of course you can. It's perfect." Well, I just had photographs taken yesterday, so number one, it's already clean. So it was very easy to say, "Sure, of course you can show it today. Of course you can." And I think that that's a good lesson in life. Begin by saying yes to whatever is right there in front of you. Because you know what? There's more good that's coming your way. There's more love that's coming your way. There's more beauty and grace that are coming your way. We are the ones. This is the time right here, right now. Yeah, I do. Of course, I'm always inspired by Khalil Gibran. I don't want to read you the whole essay on love, but just a little portion of it, because he says this: "When you love, you should not say, 'God is in my heart,' but rather, 'I am in the heart of God.' And think not you can direct the course of love, for love, if it finds you worthy, directs your course. Love has no other desire but to fulfill itself. But if you love and must needs have desires, let these be your desires: to melt and be like a running brook that sings its melody to the night, to know the pain of too much tenderness, to be wounded by your own understanding of love, and to bleed willingly and joyfully, to wake at dawn with a winged heart and give thanks for another day of loving, to rest at the noon hour and meditate love's ecstasy, and return home at eventide with gratitude, and then to sleep with a prayer for your beloved in your heart and a song of praise on your lips." The first great commandment: to love God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, so yes, I'm going to Diane's, that's okay. I was going to say maybe he could, he was getting ready. I'm going to pray, and just before I do, Diane's going to set the tone so that we can have this experience together. Be still and know that you are God. Be still and know that you are. Be still and know that you are God. Be still and know. Believe and know that you are love. Believe and know that you are. Believe and know that you are love. Believe and know. Be still and know that we are God. Be still and know that we are. Be still and know that we are God. Be still and know. Believe and know that we are loved. Believe and know that we are. Believe and know that we are loved. Believe and know. And so in this holy moment of now, knowing that there is only love, that it is my divine birthright, and I speak this word for everyone present in the first person. Accept whatever you wish to accept for yourself. And I know that this blesses every person who is listening, whether here in person or whether through our multimedia. This is what I know. I know that there is only one, and that one is love. Unconditioned love, unconditional love. That one that is forever giving of itself. The first cause of all creation is God. And it is right here in this very room, in and through and as each one. I know that it is where I am, in me, in each one of my relationships, my friendships, my sacred relationships, with my relationship with myself, which is first and foremost my relationship with God, that each one is opening, expanding to a greater consciousness of inclusivity, of love, of expanded consciousness, that each relationship is a blessing because I am in it. Each one blesses me, for I open my heart and share that sacred love that is God in me. Each one is there by divine intention, by divine purpose, so that I could have a greater idea of the I am that I am. I speak this holy word that I am grace. I am beauty. I am prosperity. I am love and loved and loving. I am clarity. I am wisdom. I am truth. I am that which connects, that which communes. I am the community and the connection. I am the I am. With great, great gratitude for the impact of this awareness, I let my heart freely open. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I know that it's complete. And please help me anchor it by staying with me. And so it is.
Thank you, Heather, so much. And please welcome Michael Garamoni. Love is a funny thing. Whenever I give it, it comes back to me. And it's wonderful to be giving with my whole heart as my heart receives all love. Oh, ain't it nice this life we've got each other? And I am right beside you, more than just a partner or a lover. I'm your friend. When you love someone, your heartbeat beats so loud. When you love someone, your feet can't feel the ground. Ooh, shining stars all seem to congregate around your face. When you love someone, it comes back to you. And love is a funny thing. It's making my blood flow with energy. And it's like an awakened dream. It's what I've been wishing for. It's happening. And it's right on time. Oh, ain't it nice this life we've got each other? And I am right beside you, more than just a partner or a lover. I'm your friend. When you love someone, your heartbeat beats so loud. When you love someone, your feet can't feel the ground. Oh, shining stars all seem to congregate around your face. When you love someone, when you love someone, we're gonna give ourselves to love and life, lifting up to touch the starlight. And we will savor every second we suspend together. You and I will. You and I will. You and I will. When you love someone, your heartbeat beats so loud. When you love someone, your feet can't feel the ground. Oh, shining stars all seem to congregate around your face. When you love someone, it comes back to you.
Michael Garamoni, so beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael. Then if the stewards would please come forward, it's time for us to share our gifts, our tithes, our offering. As I said in my talk, there's not just giving, there's not just receiving, there's giving and receiving. It's a divine circle. And so we'll just let the choir get settled up there. So please repeat after me. Divine love in me.
Divine love
blesses and consecrates all that I am, all that I have, all that I give. I give with love, and I love to give. And so it is.
We have a treat for you today, as you can see. It was a flash mob of choir people showing up here. How exciting. All right. So we normally don't perform when we start back rehearsals in September until October, but we had a very brave small group here, actually medium-sized group today, that came on board with me wanting to share this song with you this morning called Look to the Rainbow, which to me tied in with our whole theme of dreaming and wishing and going for the pot of gold at the end, whether it's love or fulfillment or new job or whatever you want. So we have a beautiful soloist, Kirsten Thomas, going to start the song off. And then I wanted to acknowledge two new choir members. We have April, where's April? Over there. And Harry. So see, they were brave and joined us. So, you know, come on in. We can always use more singers. So, and we've got Jimmy Van back there playing piano for us on that.
On the day I was born, said my father, said he, I've an elegant legacy waiting for ye. 'Tis a rhyme for your lips and a song for your heart, to sing it whenever the world comes apart. Look to the rainbow, far over the hill and stream. Look to the rainbow, follow the fellow who follows your dream. Was a sumptuous gift to bequeath to a child, for the lore of that song kept my feet running wild. For you never grow old, and you never stand still, when whippoorwills singing beyond the next hill. Look to the rainbow, follow it over the hill and stream. Look to the rainbow, follow the fellow who follows our dream. Look to the rainbow, follow it over the hill and stream. Look to the rainbow, follow the fellow, follow the fellow, follow the fellow. A
Two tones, stand up, take a bow. All right, thank you.